Happy New Year and welcome to the show. There is the People's Bench, your #1 show. I am your host Fred Ogweno, and tonight we are coming to you live from GenZ Hotel here in Riverside. I'm privileged to have a guest here, Madame Maureen Okal, the founder and CEO of Okal Care Foundation. We're going to look at why is your president agitated. The president has a war with the kids. He is saying that the kids are not properly brought up, that their mothers, that their parents should come in and please help him from the kids, There is the conversation that we're going to have here with Maureen Okal. Tell me, Maureen, there seems to be a tug of war between the president and the kids. What is happening? Your kids are fighting the president.
It's very funny what you're talking about.
Yes.
And I sincerely want to talk like a mother.
Yes.
And remember that I'm not just a mother. I am a mother that also was a kid at some point, who was nurtured in this very nation, who was given opportunities to thrive in this nation, and was given the room to grow to become the mother that I am today. And normally, even in families, when children and fathers fight, it is always the role of a mother to come in between so that at least a point of balance is found. So when you tell me that our children are fighting the president, or the president is also fighting our children, I tend not to really agree, because you see, presidency is not just about power. To me, presidency is about leadership. It is fatherhood. And what our children are trying to tell the president is, we need your attention. And now what is happening as the children are calling for the attention of the president, so that a number of issues that are affecting Kenyans can be addressed, then the response that we get always is never from the president. It is from the people that I would say, as a mother, that hijacked the president. So they have made the president their own person or their own property, that the president does not even have time to listen to the real children that need him. You get it? So that's why I would say that there is that tug of war between our children and the president. And I would say that if I were the president, I would choose to listen to these small children, the majority being the GenZs, the majority being the youth. You get it? Because our children are feeling, and even as mothers, we are feeling that the president has taken his attention to the people that do not even deserve that attention. It's like you have a father and then you have uncles that at the point where they are supposed to be able to take care of themselves. The ones that are not able to take care of themselves are not given that opportunity. In quotes, I'm saying that the president has people that have become gatekeepers. They are not giving the real sons, the younger ones, opportunity to be served.
The president has said that the kids have crossed the red line and that they have no morals.
Mr. Ogweno, our children have morals. And let me tell you, this is because of, yes, we
How
have.
do they have morals? By drawing the pictures of a president in a casket.
Remember, I
They
told
are
you that
killing William while William is still alive.
No. President William is not dead. That's why I'm telling you that if only the president could just choose to listen to these children and give them the attention that they need, that is, give us the services that we want. Look at what even happened yesterday. Yesterday and even the day before yesterday. People coming out from the hospital, sick people getting out of the hospitals to go and demand for services that the president himself had put in place. That is the shisha issues. Our children stuck in school, they can't even do examinations. Tell me, are these gatekeepers, the leaders that have surrounded the president, are they the ones that need those medical attentions? Are they the ones that need the school fees that our children are demanding for? So you cannot tell me that when our children are looking for school fees and telling the president, look, this is where we are, then the president is telling us that now that is failure to have morals. That when the president, when they are drawing whatever they are drawing and saying that the president is now dead, It is not true that the president is dead. He is not, and he also knows that he is alive. But what I'm saying is that the president should just come down to the point of being a father and look at the issues that these children are talking about, instead of now this issue of staging war against the children for no reason. I'm thinking that in Kenya we have gotten to a point, I don't know if these leaders have become senile or what, you understand? Because the war that they're fighting is below average. Honestly, if I were the president, I would not even bother addressing the issues of me being put in a coffin. You understand? What I would do is, what are they saying? They want the funding model to be made right. That is what I would address. Look at the leaders that we had before.
It seems like if the kids do not stop, they will continue abducting them. Are you not afraid?
And that is why I'm saying that that is a very small game that our leadership is playing. You can't go running after small children that you're abducting. So you abduct them, you abduct them so that what happens? Because the rest that are still left there are still going to make the same noise, because the issue is just that very one, service delivery. You understand? So the moment there is no service delivery, yes, you have abducted 1, 2, 3, or even 1,000, but you have not given services to these other ones. Are they going to keep silent? No, they are still going to make noise. They will tell you. You understand? So that's why I'm saying that if the president could only understand that the attention that is needed here is the attention that a father is supposed to give, then he will not even bother all these cartoons, all these dramas that are online. He will concentrate on service delivery. And that is why we are joining in as mothers. We are saying, you are the father of this nation. You shouldn't forget that. We need your attention in this. You are responsible for the services that we need. Remember, these very children that are today saying that the president should be as good as dead, or is dead according to whatever is online, are the same people that voted the president in, meaning that they had faith in him. They knew that if they elect him and put him there, then the services that they saw that they will need were going to come from this very president. But they're telling him that, no, sir, we are feeling that you're not doing it. And we have evidence all over that these things are not happening. And this one also makes me to think that the president is also a man under siege. Because when he was campaigning, remember, yeah, this is how. When the president was campaigning, I followed very closely. And the promises he gave Kenyans were very good, that even a fool would say that he is the better option. You get? And now, with that vision, because we voted the vision that he had for Kenya, then you realize that the things that he said are not happening anymore. Then you want to imagine that, what happened, what changed? Then you realize that as a mother, when I'm judging the president, I have no war with him, but I'm just trying to be very objective about this matter. As a mother, when these things do not happen, it's just like my husband, we have a vision together, or you have a vision as the leader of the family, and then things do not happen, then what am I supposed to say? Somebody may have hijacked the vision that you had for the nation.
But why don't you tell the kids to give the president time? He's barely 2.5 years in the office. You know, he still have a lot of time to implement his manifesto.
Let me ask you, Mr. Ogweno. To me, there is a disruption of the systems or how the nation used to function. You get it? We had very linear ways, the way things were being done. We had the NHIF. We had the funding model of the funding model of even the higher education systems in Kenya.
Yes.
We had the capitations in schools. There is no day we ever saw these things not happening. So when the president comes on board,
Yes.
and these things, we now see a change in how they're supposed to happen.
Yes.
Surely, do you want to tell me that we are just supposed to say that we are giving you time? What would have happened if this, or what maybe we would have excused the president for not doing, would have been that we let him continue with the services as they were, as he works on how to transition. But this is a case where I think the leadership of the nation waliuma more than they could chew. You get? So after that was done, they had so much that they could not work on, disrupting the systems. That is the real truth of this nation. So after the systems were disrupted, I want to go to the hospital. You are telling me that I give you time. Surely, does sickness wait? It doesn't. My child needs to go to university. Does education wait? It doesn't. Look at what happened even in Moi University. Children studying medical, they're in a medical class. And they have to wait for almost 8 years. They are crying, they are thinking.
These problems, the president and his people are saying that they did not start with him. They were there during Kibaki, during Uhuru, you know. Why do you want him to fix problems that were started by others in 2.5 years?
Let me tell you, the threshold was not raised. And we are not saying that we had to maintain the status quo. We are talking of a plan into transition, into whatever you are doing. Mr. Ogweno, you cannot tell me that even if I came into a new system today, yes, I may have a vision, 1 or 2 things that I want to realign, but I cannot just come and want to do all these things at a go in a way that I've not even planned. Because I'm thinking that the plan was not there, and if there was a plan, then the plan was to scatter, to just completely destroy. Because we had systems, however much they were not very efficient, however much we needed them to be improved, but they were working. You get? So that's why I'm telling you that you cannot tell me that I'm sick and then you expect me to wait. The disease does not wait. Sickness does not know about you, that gap of waiting so that I will get better later on.
Tell me, as a mother who has gone for delivery, then you are told that the system is down. The baby is ready to come out. How can you as a mother communicate? Yani umwambie mtoto kwamba system ya gava bado haziwork, ngoja kwanza, you know? And then you are kept them waiting for a whole week. The systems are not working, you know. How can you correct that?
Now that is where I want us to agree on, that we excuse the president for having had a vision to take Kenya into another level. We really support that he had that vision. And that is why he still has, fine. But as he has them, we want the systems that are there, whatever that is able to work, let it work. You understand? We cannot wait. There are some things that honestly you cannot wait for. Just as you have said, you are a pregnant mother, you've gone to delivery. The baby does not care. Actually, let me even tell you that even in the Bible, we are told that that baby in the womb, when times to be delivered arrives, that baby himself, you will not even talk to the child. The child will not unturn the head, ready to get out. You understand? So that is something that would have been in the minds of the leaders, that there are things that cannot wait. Some systems you progress or you transition slowly until you are now able to adopt the new systems that you have put in place. So to me, the leadership of this nation failed completely. And that's why I'm telling you that if that vision was true, then it was hijacked. You understand? And the people that hijacked these systems, I want to say it with a lot of boldness, that they did it so that they could destroy this nation. Yeah, what they are doing is not good for the nation. It is not completely right. Because I even wonder, if you are a president's advisor and you are a human being, let alone being a leader with the power, just a normal human being, what would you want for your people? It makes me think that the leadership of this nation is not for the people. The leadership of this nation is maybe just for business and disruption of order. You get? And it is so sad, let me tell you, that sometimes when you want to disrupt the order of a nation, then you are giving people no option. We don't even like it. Remember the other day that our children went to parliament. What did they meet there? You get? And our leaders are crying and saying that
they wanted to overthrow a sitting president. I mean,
okay, to me, that I wouldn't really ascertain that they wanted to overthrow the president. I wouldn't say that.
They were just expressing themselves?
They were just expressing themselves. And it was because the leadership of the nation ignored, some did not even care. They belittled the issues that these children were talking about. And it was not just children. Who tells you that me as a mother, I was not concerned? I was. You get? And every other person was united in this one thing. Let us make our nation a better place to live. Nowadays, I wonder why we don't sing our national anthem. What these children did, or what these our sons and daughters did, plus me included, was even written by our forefathers in the national anthem. There is a line out of the verses that says, let us all arise in one accord and defend this nation. So we were defending the nation. We were not at war with the president.
You can't be serious.
Yes.
Defending the nation when the kids are saying RUTO must go.
No.
You scared
when
the president.
When we were saying that the president must go, we did not mean that president come out of State House and leave. We were saying president change. Yes. So he's the one who maybe interpreted it as he has to go.
Yes.
But nobody was interested in his going. I can't put you in office to serve me, then I say quit. I can only tell you, please change. This is how I want you to manage me. This is what I want you to do for my children.
I hear you.
Yes.
Tell me, who is this role model that our children should look up to? Are they people around the president? Are they parents? Are they our political leaders? Who is this role model?
Mr. Ogweno, let me tell you, the role model, unfortunately, is the person that is the leader. But I've told you that the objective of the leaders, when they were getting into leadership, we must all agree that it is not what we thought. You see, sometimes when you come to campaign and then you tell me, these are my objectives, this is what I want for you, your welfare, your everything. But in the heart of these leaders, there could be a very different objective. And that is why when they come to the ground now after they've gotten the votes that they want and they win, you understand? Sometimes they don't even win. Then you realize that now the things that they do are contrary to what they promised. It means that their objectives were not right. If you are a true leader, a servant leader, Mr. Ogweno, the first thing that you'll fight for is the true welfare of your people. So when they come and what they do is contrary to what the people want, and even go ahead and insult the very people that they are taking care of, then it means that to you as a person, you are not in any way an issue to this person. This person just wanted to use you to get there so that he can do other things that are not anything concerning your life. And that is why they have failed. Remember, these are even fathers in their own families. And sometimes, I'm so sorry to go personal, but sometimes you even get to see what they even do with their own families. So if somebody has failed in his or her own family, what do you expect of such a person coming outside? You understand? So they are not the right models to our children. And therefore, they are not supposed to tell us that, again, we are supposed to take care of our children. Why are they telling us to silence them? If they are true leaders, then they're supposed to genuinely listen from their hearts and say that, no, what I'm doing to my people is not right. You get? So that they can change them. How will they know that people are not happy? It is when people talk. But when you tell people to be silent, when you tell me that if my son comes out to talk, then you're going to abduct me. I am a mother today. If I tell you that I've no war with you, but I've war with how you handle my case. I've war with how you are fixing me with my son who is supposed to be in primary school and there is no capitation. I am at war with how you treat my society or my community. And then you are telling me you are supposed to silence me. And then when I refuse to keep silent, you tell me that now I am abducting you. You know, we are missing it. We should not make Kenya a bad place to live in. We are supposed to strive as leaders, as mothers, as religious leaders, whoever is concerned. Our one mission in this nation is to make Kenya a better place that everybody can feel okay to live in. How do we do that? We make sure that there is room for people to thrive and even make their own food. We make sure that our children are educated. We make sure that the hospital issues are sorted out. We make sure that there is security. Remember, we are living in a country where you are not even sure about your security. Simply because of one thing, you don't want me to mention what is wrong. Yes. And for you to do better, please just listen to this ugly thing that I'm telling you. Some of us do not know how to hide the truth. We will call it a spade, and a spoon, a spoon. Juicy, I was so impressed when I saw again the president drawn with very big ears. And the small cry of these little children that are good in issues to do with technology.
Yes.
They were saying that our president has big ears, but he doesn't listen. That is something that even my own child, who is in pre-primary, tells me that, Mom, you don't listen. So what am I supposed to do as a mother or as a parent? Let me give that child attention. Nisikize, huyu mtoto anasema nini? How can I serve my son
But he
or my
says
child
that
better?
he has listened to them. He went to the archives and and brought back the likes of Kabogo, you know, the likes of Kembe Gitura, you know. Those are the best that he looked around and, he found the best.
Let me tell you, this issue of recycling, people, there was a time they were classified as ancestors. You recycle what you had used. It is not right. That is why you realize that we have a majority of our people languishing in poverty because they have no space to thrive. They have no space to also exercise the powers or the gifts that are within them. They have been left, actually, the Kenyan nation has left these children to online issues. So what do you expect them to do there? They will be as creative as you hate it.
The children seems to be too stubborn and determined that the more they are told that stop killing the president while he's still alive, you know, the more they are doing these things, you know. Why? Why would they do this? And when are they going to stop?
So that is why you realize that me as a mother, I am standing in between my child, who is a Kenyan child, and the president. And I'm telling the president that, please, with all humility, just rise above being petty. Just rise above having this tug of war with these children. Just provide what they want. Because remember, we have had presidents before. Some, we were told that were there but died. Some died when we were still living, you get. But we never saw this kind of back and forth with the children around. What does that mean? It means that times have changed. And we have given birth to children in this nation that can express their dissatisfactions. And so the only thing that he can do is to not ignore, but pay attention. Paying attention does not mean that you do more things that even annoy them. Don't recycle the people that had been used. If the president tells us that you're supposed to teach our children morals, then I'm also asking him that you should also help us teach these children morals. But by now, in a case like now when he went to get Mr. Kabogo back to government.
Yes.
Yes. This is somebody that there is nothing that Mr. Kabogo has not done in Kenya. There is nothing that he has not gotten from Kenya. All the resources, everything. He has even generated enough even wealth for his children's children, as the Bible commands, remember? Now, what he's supposed to do is put Mr. Kabogo in a place where he can be the teacher to these children. Sometimes you also need to pass on what is inside you. I'll guard this by the Bible. It says that teach your children these things that you have also been taught. But is he teaching us? He has come again to take. When is somebody as young as you, Mr. Ogweno, will be given space to now work in a ministry as maybe the CS there? Because everybody that we see there, many of these people, actually 90% of them, are not new faces. They are people that have been recycled left, right, and center. And these are the things that are annoying us. Then, if we are to mold our children, it should start also with the government. Provide opportunities for the same. Don't fight them in the streets. Don't anger them. Even the Bible tells us that we are not supposed to provoke our children. And it tells parents, it tells fathers, don't provoke them to anger. So we have children in this nation that have been provoked to this anger. And I am talking to defend our children as a mother, not to make them bad people, because I know that a Kenyan child, my friend, is a very disciplined child. We have children that are seriously disciplined in this nation. And we cannot stand as mothers and say that our children, no, you are not good, so we just expose you to the government so that all these things can happen to you. Actually, when he does that, I'm saying this is a lot of humility. You are not making the children sad. You are not only provoking the children, you are also provoking their mothers and fathers. And that only piles up hatred for you as the president, you get, which should not happen. I have told you that before you pile up this hatred from us, just remember that we are the very mothers and our sons, these ones today, that loved you and voted you there. So think about that very deeply. How comes that your friends, the people that loved you, are now turning against you? You understand? And I want to tell the president that we have not yet gotten to a point of turning against him. And that is why we are seeking this attention. We are at a point of telling him that, please, we were your friends. Just change the way you are taking care of us. Yes.
Are the president's men, the people around him, the ladies and gentlemen around the president, not good enough role models that our children can look up to, that they have to go to this extent?
No, those people are, I would say, they are, wacha niseme kwa Kiswahili, wamelewa na power. You get? So they have lost their minds. And I told you that they don't care about the people. The president could be caring about the people even as we talk, because that is what he showed us from the beginning when he wanted the presidency. But the people, you know, sometimes the support that you have, you may think that you've boarded a vehicle or a bus with a people of a like mind. Kumbe these people, they have no business with you. There is what they want that is different from what you want. Yes, their visions are different from your own. So they are the people that paralyze your functions. Whatever you want to do to the people, they are the people that now just scatter every plan that you have for your people. So that is what I am seeing in the leadership. And sometimes I call them self-made leaders because they are annoying. So you realize that that is why they are noisemakers. That is why they are able to abduct our children. That is why you realize that they are also able to just make noise and also be in these kutusiana. Yeah, watoto wanasema na hao pia wanasema, and cheating the president that they are guarding him. They are not guarding him. We need the president. He is not just the president of them. This is the president of Kenya. I would call him a man of, or a father of many colors. We all need to take from him. You understand? But these people are not letting us.
Come on, you have the time. Tell the president one word. And the children, tell them one word. If they don't stop, I mean, Mr. President is coming for them. Tell them one word.
This is what I would tell our president. That as mothers, our children have not lost any morals for you. They voted you in. They are the majority of the people that are in this nation. And they had a lot of hopes in you. But they are still calling for that attention. Nobody hates you. We just want you to attend to us. And we have every right to run to you as a father until you fix it. So for as long as some things are not fixed, please just bear with us. We will together make noise until all is fixed.
Yes.
Yes.
And
we are with you. We want you to fix it.
And to the kids.
To our children, I love you.
You love them.
I love you. The president is our father. We are not abusing him. Let us still continue disturbing him until he stabilizes our nation. Yes.
Thank you so much for creating time for the People's Bench. It has been wonderful having you and talking about these issues that bedevil our nation. I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr.
I
Bueno.
appreciate. Karibu sana. Say hi to the kids outside there.
Yes, we love our children.
Yes, we love them.